Hey guys, so I'm going to quickly talk about this Mass Effect change in Mass Effect Legendary Edition. So, Mass Effect Legendary Edition might be changing some. Well, I would say, at least the example the guy gave was a problematic scene where, remember how Miranda tells you her whole backstory and then literally cuts to her ass? That's it, and then it's just it stays on there until you pick an option. Well, I guess the guy they interviewed from Game Informer, the guy that Game Informer interviewed from BioWare was like, I kind of would like to change that. I kind of agree with that. Because I always did find that scene a little off-putting. And it's almost become a meme at this point. Like, oh, tragic backstory, look at my ass. And don't get me wrong, it's a nice little joke, but in a scene where you're trying to take a character serious, and you're trying to understand their backstory, trying to understand their motives, it's just off-putting to just cut to her ass all of a sudden. And listen, I'm not for censorship in any way, but if you want your game to be respected or your art to be respected, you don't try to undercut the tone with something that people make fun of. Or people can just sit there and, whack their beak to. Stroke the one eye snake, if you know what I mean. And isn't it very weird that scene, if you do not push any options, it just stays there. Just stays there on that button. Doesn't switch to camera changing, just stays there on that button. After hearing this huge tragic backstory. Just saying, that's that's like if The Last of Us was to play that, scene with Joel and his daughter, and then it suddenly cuts to Tommy's dick or something. It kind of undercuts what you're trying to set. You're trying to set the tone for the story. Just saying. And of course, here's your fucking anti-SJWs, your anti-change people. Oh, that's a censorship. Really, it's censorship, huh? A slight change is censorship. Not, the fact that there's entire YouTube channels that say that they don't want people who even remotely disagree with them to even speak. No, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that censorship. We talked about the video games trying to censor a butt. That's censorship. Really, guys? You that thirsty for pictures of Miranda? Then just go buy the original game. That's all I gotta say about the subject. It just screams thirsty incel fucking bastards who just want to whack off to Miranda in 4K. Don't get me wrong. I understand why. But come on. It keeps saying this. It undercuts the tone that she's trying to tell with, her giving the backstory. That's all I gotta say. Peace out.